Hello, good morning, boys and girls. Today we are estimating money. It is Chapter 9, Lesson 10 on page 312. Go ahead and open up there if you're not already. So with estimating money, we're really just using compatible numbers to start off. So we're not doing the lazy division estimation we learned yesterday. We're just going to use compatible numbers. So I already wrote out number 7 for you. Go ahead and write that out. Okay, so compatible numbers. Do we need to change 5? No, we can leave 5 as 5. That's a pretty easy number to work with. What's a multiple of 5 that's close to this? Something we could easily divide by 5 that's close to $9.32. Okay, that's what you're thinking about. First things first, bring your dollar sign up into your answer. Okay, if you're thinking like I am, you would change this to $10. If you change that to $10, then 10 divided by 5 would just be 2. So the estimation would be $2. Let's try number 9. Number 9 is $8.25 divided by 9. So I'm learning that I would like to give myself more space because you see how right here we kind of, that didn't work out very good because anyways, I'm giving a blank spot right there in case I want to round this up to 10 again. Okay, but here I don't want to round this up to 10. Instead, I'm going to change this to something that works with 9 easily. So I'm going to bring the dollar sign up. I bring the decimal up. And now you remember, you pretend this is 82. What's close to 82 that I can divide by 9? 81. Change it to 81. And then do 9 goes into 8 0 times, 9 goes into 81 9 times. Now here's the problem. You can't have $0.9. That's not how money works. It always has to go to the hundreds place. So if you don't have anything in the hundreds place, you need to fill it in with a 0. And now it clearly says 90 cents. 11. $29. I'm skipping a spot again, just in case I want to round up or something. So $29.14 divided by 62. Bring the dollar sign and the decimal straight up. Change 62 to an easy number. I'm going to change it to 60. Then I have 29. So can 60 fit into a 29 or even a 30? No. So I need to do all 3 of these. What should I change 291 to? This is 291. You ignore the decimal. I should change this to 300. And then you can cover up that last 0 there and say, okay, if 6 fits into 30 5 times, 60 fits into 300 5 times. Pay attention here. 60 fit into 3 0 times. 60 fit into 30 0 times. 60 fit into 300 5 times. Because I brought that decimal up first, it ended up in the right spot. But now I have a problem. I can't have 0.5 for an answer for money, so I need to add what right there? A 0. So my answer here is 50 cents. It's a good estimate. $13 is $82.88 divided by 92. Change that to what? Just get rid of the 2 and turn it into a 0. So make this 90. Bring the dollar sign straight up. Bring the decimal straight up. And now, I can't do 80. I got to go all 3 digits here. Change 828 to a compatible number. I'm going to change it just like I would know that 9 would go well with 81. That means 90 would go well with, just add a 0 to 81, 810. So I'm changing this to 810. And now I begin. So, and like I just showed you guys, if 81 divided by 9 is 9, then 90, or 810 divided by 90 would be 9 as well. So 90 goes into 8 0 times. 90 goes into 81 0 times. 90 goes into 810 9 times. So my answer is this, but what do I have to add here again? A 0. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so 15 here is 56 and 65 cents. $56.65 divided by 28. Change that to what? Okay, let's round it up. Let's round it up to 30. Here, let's bring the dollar sign up. Let's bring the decimal up. What should I change 56 to? To go with 30? 60. And then 30 fits into 6, 0 times. 30 fits into 60, 2 times. So my answer is just $2. I don't need to have a decimal place there, and I shouldn't have a decimal place there. Do 17 on your own. Let's set it up together. They write it horizontally, no big deal, just put it into a box. 231 divided and 25 cents divided by 42. Pause the video and solve it. Okay, so 42 to, I'm going to change that to 40, and then I'll bring the dollar sign up, I'll bring the decimal up. 231, I change to 240. And then 40 fits into 2 0 times, 40 fits into 24 0 times, 40 fits into 240. Well, if 4 fits into 24 6 times, then 40 fits into 246 times. My answer is just $6 in simplest form there. That's all for that. Let's look at the next thing we have to do is rounding to the nearest cent. Okay, so for rounding to the nearest cent, sometimes when you divide money, you're going to get more than 2 decimal places. If it goes to the thousandths place, you can't ever write money going to the thousandths place. You just are going to round it to the nearest cent. So 21 is just a long division problem, but you just need to turn it into money by rounding. So it's $3.78 divided by 5. First things first, bring dollar sign up, bring decimal up. And then divide normally. 5 fits into 3 0 times. 5 fits into 7. I'm sorry, 5 fits into 37 7 times. And that's 5 times 7 is 35. And then 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. Bring down the 8. 5 fits into 28 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. 28 minus 25. 8 minus 5 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now, you don't want to have a remainder. So you add a 0 at the end. You bring the 0 down. And then 5 fits into 30 6 times. 5 times 6 is 30. So that's your answer, but that's not money. You can't have money go to the thousandths place. So you have to round this to the nearest hundredths place because that's the nearest cent. When the instructions say round to the nearest cent, that means round to the nearest hundredths place. So underline the hundredths place, circle its neighbor. Everything to the left stays the same. So that stays the same. Does that stay a 5 or become a 6? With a 6 next door, it becomes a 6. And you're done with everything else. You don't want to write anything to the thousandths place. So this would round to 76 cents. This is all the same. You know how to round to the hundredths place. You just are first solving, and then you're rounding to the hundredths place. We'll do one more together. 23 is $5 and 29 cents divided by 3. Bring the dollar sign straight up. Bring the decimal straight up. And begin. 3 fits into 5 once. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Bring down the 2. And then 3 fits into 22 7 times. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 minus 1 is 1. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. Bring down the 9. 3 fits into 19 6 times, because 3 times 6 is 18. 9 minus 8 is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Can't have a remainder, so add a 0. Bring it all the way down. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1 again. This is going to keep going on forever. We don't want to do that. It's money. You can't have any more decimals. Underline the hundredths place. Circle the neighbor. Round it. Everything to the left of the hundredths stays the same. Will this stay a 6 or become a 7? With a 3 next door. Stays a 6. And you just get rid of that. So that's your answer. This looks like money. Money goes to the hundredths place. For 25, solve it on your own. Pause the video after we set it up. See if you get it right. $33.32 divided by 6. Pause the video and solve it. Okay, so you should have brought the dollar sign and the decimal straight up. Then you should have done 6 goes into 3 0 times. 6 fits into 33 5 times. You should have done 6 times 5 is 30. The difference was 3. You bring down the other 3. 6 fits into 33 5 times again. And then that's 30 again. The difference was 3 again. You brought down the 2. And then 6 fits into 32 5 times. 6 times 5 was 30. 2 minus 0 was 2, and 3 minus 3 was 0. Then you brought down the 0 to get 20, and then 6 fits into 20 3 times. 6 times 3 was 18. You don't need to keep going because you're already beyond where money should be. So just underline the hundredths place, circle the 3. Okay, everything to the left of it stayed the same, so it stayed $5.50 what? This stayed a 3. It didn't become a 6 because there's a 3 next door. So it should be $5.55. If you got it right, go do your homework. Make sure you grade it before you turn it in. If you got it wrong, let's do another one. 27. $26.12. Divided by 5. Pause the video, see if you get it right this time. Okay. Should have had a dollar sign up, decimal up. 5 fits into 26 5 times, and then 5 times 5 was 25. Did you have that? Okay. 26 minus 25 is 1. Did you have that? Okay. Bring the 1 down. You got 11, so 5 fits into 11 2 times. 5 times 2 is 10. That was 1. 11 minus 10 was 1. You bring down the 2. And then 5 fits into 12 2 times again, so 5 times 2 is 10. 12 minus 10 was 2. You bring down a 0. 5 fits into 20 4 times. And now you got a round. Underline the hundredths place, circle the neighbor. Everything to the left of it stays the same, so it stays $5.20. Does that become a 3 or stay a 2? 4 next door. Stays a 2. So $5.22 is your answer. Okay. Go ahead and do your workbook. God bless you. Talk to you soon.